Hi, this is Eyeglass Ken. In the last video when I reviewed transition lenses, I got a lot of good feedback about whether it's worth it or not. Generally, what I said before is that I love them and I suggest you get them as well. But I also, in the comment section, I got a lot of feedback regarding two kind of special transitions. One that's also a polarized lens called Transition Vantage, and one that gets darker in the car and darker in general called Transition Xtractive. For this video, I'll reveal these two special transition lenses, and at the end of the video, I'll let you know if these two special transition lenses are worth it. This is Eyeglass Ken. If you like what you see and want to see more, click the like button and subscribe to this channel. Let's get started. First, let's lay out the criteria in which I would judge these two lenses. Number one, how fast do they change colors in the sun? Number two, how fast do they change back color to regular glasses? Number three, how do they compare to regular transitions and if they're worth the extra cost? And number four, finally, how well do they do as they're advertised? As I said, Vantage is for polarized, and for the Xtractive is to get extra dark and dark when you drive as well. First, I tested out my Vantage lens. I put it on this frame. It's called the Oliver People Warnick, which is a rare made in Japan frame that only recently made it over to the States. If you like the style and like what I'm wearing, go check out the collection at Mott Street Optical and the Mott Optical group. I've linked their website on the bottom. So I put these frames in the UV machine that Transition gave us, and it clocked in at about 12.23 seconds for it to turn completely dark. Because it's polarized, the view is a bit sharper and crisper as it reduced the effects of bright lights and glare. I myself may not get the full benefits of it because polarized lens is more useful for people who do fishing, being outdoors more like hiking, or driving, as it reduces glare from the headlights and windshields. For me, I usually use it mostly in the office setting or indoors, so I do not get the full benefits of it. And also, I'm a city guy, so I just walk around in the city with my glasses. When I go back in, it changes back to regular glasses in about 4 minutes, and it gets about 20% dark. So let's compare that to the regular transition. Regular transition takes about 15 seconds to go from regular to sunglasses, in about 4 minutes as well to get 20% dark, and about 2 to 3 minutes to get clear again. So if you compare the timing of both the Transition Vantage and the regular transition, the timing to get to dark and back to regular is not really a noticeable difference. So that's not really a concern for you. It's really the functionality difference. So let's get to the Xtractive lens. For the Xtractive lens, I used one of my all-time favorite frames, the Dita Union, which is this one right here. It's advertised that it will turn darker in the sun and even darker when you're in the car driving. As I mentioned in my past video, Transition do not turn completely dark in the car because the windshields already have UV blockers and blocks the UV rays from the sun. So it prevents the activation of the Transition lens. So going outside, the lens turns dark in about 12 seconds as well. Going back inside, it takes about 3 minutes to get 20% dark and another 3.34 seconds to get back to clear from 20%. It's a bit shorter than anticipated and is about the same time than Vantage and Transition. What I was afraid of, that there would be still slight tint when I go back to regular glasses, and that doesn't seem to be the case. As you can see, I'm indoors and it's completely clear. It does get especially and really dark when I go outside. Actually darker than Transition and Transition Vantage, so it does what it advertises. Now, how about testing in the car? As you can see that it does turn a bit darker in the car than regular transitions. It's not completely dark like when you are outdoors, but dark enough that helps you drive. I really like this feature when I do drive because the sun can get really bright and annoying, especially during the morning or evening, especially right when the sun is setting or rising. So overall, what do I think about the Transition Vantage and Xtractive? For the Vantage, I'd probably only recommend it to you if you spend most of your time outdoors. Like you could do activities like gardening, hiking, tennis, jogging, biking or if you're in delivery, it's really helpful. If you're working mostly indoors and spend most of your time on your office and sitting down and just need it for going outside and stuff, I would not recommend it, and just stick with regular Transition. It won't make a big difference. Save your money and get a nicer pair of glasses. Though for the Transition Xtractive, I was surprisingly impressed with it. I thought it would be darker indoors, but it was pretty clear and it did what it said it would do when I was driving. I did not have to walk around with tinted glasses, which I thought would be very annoying. It changed colors fast and it gets much more like a sunglass when you are outdoors. So if you have a pair of glasses that you think will look fantastic as the sunglasses, get Xtractive because that will turn into sunglasses immediately with it. So there you have it, my personal favorite lens, Transition in two special editions, Vantage for polarized and Xtractive for driving. In terms of the time it gets dark and time it gets back clear, all three of them, Transition, Xtractive, and Vantage, doesn't make any difference. They're both about the same time. But in terms of functional aspects of whether or not you want to pay more for it, there's your difference. You pay more for the polarized and you pay more for the darker color for Xtractive. So for me and my lifestyle, it will be a yes for Xtractive and no for Vantage. If you decide to think about polarized lenses, you better be doing the lifestyle that fits for that. So what do you think? Have you tried these lenses before? What do you think? And just leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Again, this is Eye Guy Ken. If you want more information about eyewear and eye care, click the link below to see my optical group, and of course, press the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want more information about lenses and technology. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.